Hi guys, I'm Liviu and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a controversial product to review and see what's up with it. To be honest, from the first moment I heard about it, I was very interested, and that's because I fly a lot of locations where multipathing is a nightmare. Multipathing means that your signal reaches the receiver from multiple paths. One is the straight one, antenna to antenna, and the signal also gets to the receiving antenna, but not in a straight line. From the transmitter antenna, the signal goes to one wall where there is metal. The signal gets reflected off that wall, hits another wall, and after that reaches your receiving antenna. And the receiver gets confused because the signal which traveled bouncing off walls gets delayed a bit. So yeah, that's multipathing, and this is why we have a lot of issues with that. And the biggest drawback of this multipathing at the receiver end is that the actual video signal which reaches the output of the video receiver gets corrupted, and it's not the same signal as it was transmitted. This is the main reason I'm very interested in this module. But now let's just see what's inside the box. I already took the module out from its bag, but it comes like this. The plastic cover and the module together. This is for the dominator, and you also have a bag with a cover for attitude goggles, and inside here you will also have a ribbon cable and a little PCB with a connector on it for you to mount it inside your head tracker for extra power. And inside you will also find these stickers. And I want to get a little bit to some details of the module. What we can see on the upper side is just a joystick. This is the Oled display. Here we can see an IC, and if I have to guess, this is actually the driver for the LCD. We also see here a buzzer or some sort of sound generating device. Underneath there is an USB, and on this upper PCB section, that's all. Besides the actual RF receiver, which is most definitely not made by ImmersionRC. On the bottom PCB we see another RF receiver unit, some regulator or backlight system, I don't know, because it has a trimmer there, and where all the magic happens. Maybe it doesn't look that complicated, but I can assure you that there is something very magical happening in this area. We also have the main MCU, which, even if it is laser etched, I don't know if you can see, but even so you can actually see the ST logo there. So most definitely is an STM32 processor. Which one? Who knows? We see a lot of other parts that are laser etched, like this one, this one, this one, this one, and I guess these three also. And of course this is a normal practice, because you don't want your design to be stalled. If you can see, the main processing PCB is separated, and I guess that this is because they can make revisions and change the schematic only on this little board, and the costs will be lower than to modify the whole PCB. And that's it. Nothing else is happening. Quality wise, I can say this is a pretty nice design. It's not the most complex or expensive. Now, before anything, I will try to update the receiver, because I don't want to use the firmware that it came with. So I opened up the RapidFIRE updater, which I downloaded from their website. I would love to switch this to beta and see what's available here. We have a version 1.1.1. Press and hold the joystick on your module while plugging in the USB. So I will have to press. Okay, so the RapidFIRE updater seen my device on COM port 10. We have this firmware, and let's just flash. See what's happening. Okay, flashed finished. I think I have to take out the USB and plug it in again. And let's go in and check in the status. So as you can see, we managed to update it to 1.1.1, and we see RapidFIRE 1.0.2. I don't know why there are two versions here, RapidFIRE and Brain. Maybe there are two MCUs on the board, and this one here is actually an MCU, and that's a possibility. And because this is a Dominator case, I will use the case it came with. I will take out this plastic protector because I don't like them. And we are going to insert this in, just pressing it down. Okay, so this is the screen that you will see after powering up. It's a screen where you can change the channel and the band you are in. For example, you have immersion, raise band, E band, and so on. And if you want to change the channels, you have to go up and down, and for bands, left and right. The X band is actually favorites band, so you can set up here 8 channels from different bands so that you can go through them very quickly. You also can press the buttons on the goggles, and I reached the channel 8. I cannot go higher, but I can go lower, and that's it. Now, if we want to go inside the menu, we just press down and we see the band, channel, and if we want to change something, we go up and down. Right, we have tools, favorites, where we can actually select which channel we want on the 8 favorites. And calibration also. It's a good idea to make calibration, so let's see what we can do. I have to power off the VTX. And press it again. But my VTX is on. What do you want? Okay guys, so I tried to calibrate it. I was having some difficulties, but I found out on the status page that even if I had the 5 volt, because I did the mod inside my HD1 goggles, but the module still entered the low power state, where it uses only one receiver just to consume less power. Took it out and placed it on my power supply, fed it 5 volt, and immediately it went to low power off. It means that somehow it knows that it doesn't have enough power, even if the voltage was 5 volt. But I said, what the hell, I'm just going with the ribbon cable option, and that's connecting it on the PCB. Here we have a connector which I will open now. If you look inside the connector, you will see which way the pins go, and the pins are upward, so I have to insert like this. So yes, insert the module in its place. Take out the protection from the adhesive. And roughing it centered. Here on the other side I have to take out the head tracker, and I have to insert the ribbon cable inside the connector here also. The naked pins are upward, and inserting it inside all the way, and after that just aligning the connectors inside and press it down. As you can see, it looks pretty neat. And the head tracker door. Now we have to insert the other door from the module itself. And if you want to make it look good, just put this sticker here. I will go with the red one. Okay, looks decent. And now let's see. So to check the power state, you go right until you reach the status and press enter. And if you can see, I have low power, no. So that means that after doing the mod on the HD ones, there is still not enough power to power the receiver. I normally use a patch and an omnidirectional antenna, and this is what I will plug in here. Okay, so I will go into the tools calibration menu again. Yes, I'm making sure. I just powered on my VTX and press it again. Calibration succeeded. So as you can see, if you are in a low state mode, you cannot calibrate it. If I go to the spectrum analyzer section, if we want to change the band, we go up and down. Okay, so I am on band A, channel 5, and as you can see, here it is, the channel 5. The first two pages of the menu are just band, channel. Here on tools we have spectrum analyzer, favorites, we talked about it, and calibration. Here in the rapid fire mode, we have rapid fire mode 1, rapid fire mode 2, and legacy. And this is the main rapid fire mode. This is the compatibility mode from what I've heard. And the legacy is a mode where the receiver acts like a normal diversity receiver, where the receiver actually switches between antennas, which one has better RSSI. We have another page here, antenna. We can use both lower or upper only. We have an OSD and we have off, lock, RSSI. That means that if you choose lock, you will have on the image itself a little sign that says lock, or if you go to RSSI, you will actually have two bars showing the strength of the signal received on both antennas and the status we talked about earlier. So yeah, nothing too fancy. I have to say that I like the menu. It's very responsive. Most definitely I will keep it on the X band and just change my preferred channels. Hi guys, and I welcome you to one parking lot which is full of concrete and metal, and this is where I will be testing the RapidFIRE module, and I will be comparing it with two other modules, the Furious TrueD, the Pro 58, one of the cheapest receiving modules you can find on the internet. I will be flying using the RapidFIRE, and I hope I can record also my ideas and feeling throughout the flight. Okay guys, so this is my setup. This is the Furious TrueD module mounted on a HDO goggle using two TBS Triumph antennas. This is my HD1 with the RapidFIRE installed. I am using omnidirectional antenna and one patch. And this is the Pro 58 module mounted on a HD3 goggle. Same type of antenna, omnidirectional, and one patch antenna here also. I don't think the patches will do anything to the results, but we will see about that. This is what antenna I have on my transmitter. It's the same omnidirectional antenna. So yeah, let's see what's happening. I am expecting a lot of interferences based on my experience in the past with normal receivers, but as I said before, I am very anxious and curious to see how RapidFIRE can handle this type of multipath environment. I see a lot of lines in the picture, but the picture doesn't glitch or jump around. So I would say that it's flyable. Would be possible to fly up there? I don't know. Okay. I am amazed, I have to be honest, because I have some concrete stuff between me and the quad. Here it should get worse. But if you can look there, I have a lot of concrete. Here I see some breakup. So yeah, I can go up there, no issues. I can fly here actually. I can see some lines, but it's flyable. Normally in that type of situation, I see a lot of glitches. Let's go the other way around. Okay, I see some flickering, but my image is stable. I see some noise in the picture,
19,
but it's not something. Oh,
18,
here? I don't know.
17,
I guess here it is.
16,
Okay, I'm
15,
here.
14, 13, 12, 11,
Can I go down?
10,
Hope no car comes.
9,
Okay, the video went.
8,
Here it's a bit not so great, but it's flyable.
6, 5,
Okay, and now we go up.
4, 3, 1. Timer 1 elapsed.
Okay guys, so to wrap it up and tell you my final thoughts about the rapid fire module, I have to say that I was a bit surprised to look at the DVR footage and see that fading to black thing, because in reality when I was flying with it I could not see that. I had a perfect image all the time. The only things I did see were the noise. What you should know is that this module works by studying the demodulated video signal and looks for the sync pulses, and that's when it locks on the signal itself, and it does some magic to it, so that you could not lose sync in moments when the signal gets corrupted, but it cannot do that if the actual analog video signal is not corresponding to the standard, and that's why some of the cameras are not compatible in this moment with it. But they did release this rapid fire 2 mode that tries to work out the compatibility issues. I used an Foxeer Aero V3, the normal size, and I didn't have any issues, as you've seen. But there are some cameras or OSDs that create some issues when used with this module. Now comes the question, should you buy it or not? Well, I cannot answer that question for you, because there are too many variables, like your budget and things like that. But I can tell you that in multipathing environments, like in this car park or bandos or warehouses where you have a lot of metal and the signal bounces a lot, or even between trees, this module performs exactly as advertised. And the only other module or receiver that can be on par is the Clearview, but as you may all know, the Clearview module has some issues and is not actually released yet. So yeah, for me this module definitely fits the bill. I don't know for you. Thank you very much, and I really hope that this video helped you guys in finding more info, and I hope I was thorough enough. If you have any questions or something to add, please leave them in the comments below, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and press that bell for other cool videos I will be making. Again, thank you, and see you next time.